Hey you guys, welcome to a new episode of Food and a Single Guy with me, your very own AMARU. Now on this episode of Food and a Single Guy, I am going to be baking. And we all know how I love baking. No, I don't. I love to cook, I simply don't like baking. I know how to bake a lot of things, I simply don't like, anything that requires me to knead dough and get my hands all dirty and sticky, not for me. Boo-boo. But today I decided to do you a cake from my homeland. It is called Fiadoe, and Fiadoe is from the Afro-Surinamese cuisine, and it's one of the most, if not the most intricate cakes from my homeland to make. Alright? Now, I will show you step by step how to make this cake. And I've never made this myself. I promise you, I have never made it myself. So, I will show you step by step how it's made. And it may appear to you that it's very easy to make, but baby, let me tell you, anything could go wrong, okay? Not enough yeast, not enough butter, not enough sugar, not enough flour. Let me tell you, okay? Anyways, I will show you how this is made, and I will give you a couple of tips along the way. So without further ado, let us continue. Okay, you guys, so these are some of the ingredients that we're going to use for this cake. Over here, white sugar, cinnamon sugar, sliced almonds, flour, some eggs, some yeast, some powdered sugar, some milk, some vanilla essence, almond essence, rum essence. Over here, I have some finely chopped candied peel and candied cherries. And over here, I have my rum-soaked raisins, and let me show you what they look like. Oh, baby. Ooh, this smells delicious. Can you see this? Honey, let me tell you. And I just have to say that this is not actual alcohol, this is just rum aroma, okay? Just so you know, because I don't drink alcohol. Now, what we're also gonna need is some butter at room temperature, and this is how I store my butter when I use it for baking. And as you can see, it is nice and creamy, just the way it's supposed to be. Okay guys, so next what we're gonna do, we're gonna dissolve the yeast in some lukewarm milk, and these packs of yeast are 7 grams each. We're gonna use 2 packs. Now, to the yeast, we're gonna add about 3 teaspoons of sugar, just like that. Here we go. And we're gonna add about 4 tablespoons of lukewarm milk. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, we're gonna give this a good stir. And we're gonna set it to one side to proof. Okay guys, so next in a large bowl, I have cracked 6 eggs. To the eggs, I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of sugar. We're also gonna add about a half a teaspoon of the rum aroma. There we go. We're gonna add a half a teaspoon of almond extract. And we're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla extract to the eggs. And now we're going to beat the eggs for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, you guys, so this is what the egg batter should look like once you're done. See? Nice and frothy. So next, what we're gonna add, about 3 tablespoons of butter. We're also gonna add the yeast. There we go. And what we're also gonna add is the flour, gradually, bit by bit, followed by a good stir, a little bit more flour, followed by another good stir. We're gonna add the milk in a minute. Stay tuned for that. So we are now going to add about 250 milliliters of milk to the batter, followed by some flour yet again, and of course, you got it, followed by another good stir. And you're going to repeat this until the dough is nice and thick. Oh, it's getting there. It is getting there, let me tell you. And this is a workout, all right? Now you can put this in a KitchenAid or something, but yeah, I'm too lazy to get out my KitchenAid, so we're just gonna do this by hand. Like they used to do in the good old days. Oh yes. Oh baby, let me tell you. So the thicker the batter gets, the more cautious you have to be as to the amount of flour you add, because you want the right consistency, and it shouldn't be too loose of a batter, if that's even the way to describe batter, you know, but it shouldn't be too stiff either. All right, you guys, so this is what the dough looks like. It is a nice blob. It is not too soggy. It is not too tacky. It is nice and pliable and elastic. That's the way you want it, because we're gonna set this to one side to rise for about an hour, and then we're gonna roll it out. All right? All right. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and I added all the fruits to my bowl. I'm gonna add a couple more of the rum-soaked raisins. There we go. This smells so delicious, you guys. We're gonna give it a good stir. And then I am going to set this to one side until the dough is ready. Okay, you guys, so it's been about an hour, and by the way this aluminum foil is raised, I can tell you that I know for a fact that my dough has risen. Honey! So take a look at this, you guys. It has quadrupled in size. So next what we're gonna do, we're gonna roll out this dough. Now guys, before we start rolling out the dough, we're going to butter our baking dish. There we go, this is looking good. And the reason you butter your dish before you start rolling out the dough is because once you're finished rolling out the dough, you want your baking dish to be ready. So now I am going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on my dough mat. I took a little bit of dough, and now I am going to roll it out. There we go. And you're going to lightly butter the dough. And next you're going to sprinkle some of that cinnamon sugar on top. Just like that. So next what you're going to do, you're going to place some of the fruit on this dough, and then you're going to fold it just like so. You're going to roll it. So basically what you're doing, you're creating elongated pockets of dough stuffed with the candied fruit, and then you chop them into nice little pieces. Okay? All right, you guys, so now you've created a nice elongated pocket stuffed with fruit, and what you're gonna do next, you're gonna take your knife and you're going to cut it into nice little pieces, just like so. Not too long and not too short, okay? So next what we're gonna do, we're going to line this baking dish with these pieces of dough, and there's also a different variation on this cake where people use a thin layer of dough to line the baking dish with. That is not what I'm gonna do today, all right? So let's go. And you wanna place these little rosettes, you wanna place them upward. I'm gonna show you in a minute, hang on. All right, see what I'm talking about? So let me go ahead and continue. When it's all done, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Okay, beautiful people, you may hear the timer of my oven in the background as I'm busy preheating the oven, but I am done making the rosettes. This is what we're working with. And what I have here is some milk mixed with some of that cinnamon sugar, about 200 milliliters. So next what I'm gonna do, I am going to coat the cake with that milk. There we go. So next what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover this with some aluminum foil and allow it to rise for another 15 to 20 minutes before baking this in the oven for about an hour at 180 degrees C. Okay guys, now let's have a look at the cake before it goes into the oven. Honey, look at this. Perfect. Just perfect. Now let's pop this baby into the oven. Okay guys, so after about 25 minutes, you remove the cake from the oven and you are now going to sprinkle another 200 milliliters of the milk and the cinnamon sugar concoction on top of the cake, just like this. And you will make a mess, don't worry about that. As for the sides, we're going to use a brush. Just like this. And this is the time when I sprinkle some of the sliced almonds on top of my cake. Some people do that beforehand, but I find that if you do that beforehand, the almonds just burn. And nobody likes bitter almonds. So now I'm going to cover the cake with aluminum foil and I'm going to allow it to continue to bake for another half an hour. Okay, you guys, so this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven, and you're not going to cut into it right away. You're going to let it rest and let it cool completely before cutting into it. Doesn't this look beautiful already? It is nice and golden brown and it smells delicious. But of course, this video wouldn't be complete without the final presentation, so here we go. And speaking of which, we're simply going to dust the serving platter with some icing sugar. Just like so. Now you want to gently remove the fork. So next we're going to place the cake on the platter, and we're also going to add some of these very festive sugar sprinkles, just like that. There we go. Now how's that for a final presentation? Yeah baby, what about that final presentation? Doesn't that look gorgeous? Oh, but it does. And I have some of the cake right here with me. Let me bring it in closely so you can see all of this goodness. Ooh, honey. And I'm trying not to drop the little sugar sprinkles on the floor, but this is what the cake looks like. Honey, let me tell you, I'm gonna cut into it. I'm gonna cut into it. There we go. Trying not to mess things up. You see, this is what I'm talking about. It's rather wet, and that is the way it's supposed to be. And at the same time, it is very, very soft. So let me have some, and I know how some of you like it when I eat on camera. This is your moment. Baby, when I tell you, So, I'm covering my mouth because I don't like to watch people eat, and I don't like to have people watch me when I eat, so This is so delicious, and I feel very victorious because, like I said, I'd never made this cake before, and it came out very, very, very well. I have to tell you that this is not a fat-free, sugar-free, lactose-free, whatever-free cake. And if you're on some kind of a diet, this cake will not work for you. Okay? Well, you can have a piece. You're not gonna gain a ton of weight, but don't go crazy with it. Okay? Anyways, you guys, I want to take this time to thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a lengthy video, and I love a lengthy video. I don't like short videos on YouTube. I really don't. I love long videos so that I can enjoy them to the fullest and all of that beautiful stuff with a piece of Fiadoe. Oh yes. Anyways, if you decide to try this one, let me know. I dare I even ask. If you decide to try this one, let me know how it turned out, because I'm always interested in hearing from you. In the meantime, do be well. Show some appreciation for this video, because it took me like 6 hours to make this damn cake. You know. So, show some appreciation for your boy. Alright? And I want to wish you a happy weekend. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. And until we meet again, baby. Love ya. Bye. Alright, where's my mixer? Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a mixer. Somebody come get her. Is that thing still running? Oh, yes it is. Damn it.